It's 4:30 on WKYT this morning. She is serving time for a crime nearly 30 years old, but today one woman will plead her case to be released.
It happened just over a month ago. Now the parents of Gabby Doolin are speaking out about the man accused of killing their daughter.
And Jordan Smith gave his final performance on The Voice last night. All that's left for the Kentucky native now is to see how America votes.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you on your Tuesday, December 15th. Here we are, 10 days until Christmas. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. And let's see what the weather is feeling like out there. Probably not feeling too Christmas-like, Micah.
No, not this morning. We're still there in the 40s this morning, which is actually above our average high. We're looking at that rain to the north of us, and now a front has moved to the north of us, and that's going to keep us in a pretty mild pattern for the next couple of days until we actually get into late in week, and we'll start to see those temperatures really take a dive. But we are dry this morning. Temperatures there in the 40s and even 50s over toward the east and southeast. We get into toward the afternoon around 54 degrees. Be mostly cloudy, but at least it'll be dry. Now we get into it tomorrow, and we'll be well above average. But then we'll bring in some rain tomorrow night into Thursday morning, which will change everything. I'll have that in your forecast coming up.
See you then, and we thank you. And in the news this morning, a woman serving time for a nearly 30-year-old murder in Lexington will have a chance to get out of prison today.
Karen Brown will go before the state parole board at 8 o'clock this morning. Brown and her former lover, Elizabeth Turpin, were convicted of killing Turpin's husband, Michael, in 1986. Yesterday, Michael's family had their chance to tell the board why Brown should remain behind bars.
We hear the life is a life sentence, which means that she should spend her entire life where she's at. It doesn't mean 8 years or 20 years or 30 years. Life is life.
Well, the other two people convicted in the case have parole dates coming up in the next few years. Keith Bouchard is eligible in 2018, Elizabeth Turpin in 2021.
Funeral arrangements have now been set for a murdered Clay County couple. Police say Leon and Shirley Jackson were found shot to death outside a home last week. Leon Jackson's visitation will be held today beginning at noon at the Britton Funeral Home Chapel. His funeral will follow at 2. And Shirley Jackson's visitation is scheduled for 6 o'clock Thursday night, also at the chapel. Her funeral will be Friday morning at 11. Police say no arrests have been made in the couple's murder. Well, they say it is still hard to believe that just 1 month ago, 7-year-old Gabby Doolin was murdered while attending her older brother's football game. And now, for the first time since experiencing any parent's worst nightmare, Gabby's mother and father are speaking out about the man accused of killing their daughter.
I mean, I don't remember a whole lot. I just remember screaming no.
And Gabby was found dead November 14th, less than an hour after she disappeared during her older brother's football game at Allen County Scottsville High School. 38-year-old Timothy Madden is charged with her murder. In an interview yesterday, Gabby's father, Brian, says Madden was no stranger to their family. He says they attended the same high school. Their daughters were on the same cheerleading team. But as the Doolins recalled that awful night, Gabby's father remembered one face sticking out while everyone looked for his daughter, the face of Timothy Madden.
I saw him walking up the fence at the ballpark, and it was dark, I couldn't tell who it was originally, and I hollered. I was asking a lot of people that night who they were. I mean, I thought he was helping me search.
Well, police arrested Madden just days after Gabby's body was found. Last week, an Allen County grand jury indicted Madden for murder, rape, and kidnapping. Investigators say they now have DNA evidence linking him to Gabby's death. Madden will be arraigned in circuit court on January 13th.
Well, new this morning, police are searching for a masked robber who held up a convenience store. It happened over the weekend at the Bypass Food Mart in Mount Sterling. And this picture shows the suspect. Police say nobody was injured, but the thief did get away with some cash.
A grand jury is set to hear the case of two men accused of assaulting a University of the Cumberlands student. Police say Devin Pryor and Devonta Rosier robbed and beat the student on December 4th. The victim had to undergo reconstructive surgery at the University of Tennessee Hospital. Both men are charged with assault and robbery. They'll go back to court January 19th.
The time this morning is coming up on 4:35 on WKYT, and 6 days after several central Kentucky businesses were raided, we've learned what federal authorities were looking for. Warrants reveal the searches at homes and businesses in Montgomery and Nicholas counties were part of the investigation into a multi-million-dollar fraud case. According to the warrants, There is evidence that a group conspired to underreport harvests in order to get insurance loss payments. They warrants say farmers, crop insurance agents, and adjusters, as well as tobacco warehouse owners and employees, were all involved. And so far, no one has been charged.
Well, it looks like the scene out of a movie. Deputies say two thieves rammed a truck into a fence in order to steal from a Madison County business. The break-in at Central Kentucky Truck and Trailer on Colonel Road was caught on video. Once inside, deputies say the pair stole another truck, one that couldn't or shouldn't be hard to find.
They stole a 05 Dodge white, had the big ram, big heavy bumpers, you know, they call them ranch hand bumpers on the front. Had a big exhaust, real loud truck. So I mean, it's one of those you don't drive through the neighborhood at 12:30 at night, you'll wake up everybody, but you know, it's pretty recognizable.
Deputies are still looking for the thieves. The stolen truck and damage to the business will cost about $30,000.
This morning, a Central Kentucky Kroger remains closed after it caught on fire. A viewer shot this video of the fire at the Kroger on Brighton Park Boulevard in Frankfort yesterday afternoon. Firefighters say strong winds caused the flames to spread. They still managed to get them under control rather quickly. Firefighters estimate about 100 people were inside the store when the fire started. They say many didn't realize what was happening.
It took a little bit of time to get everybody evacuated because the fire was on top. It really didn't set off all the typical smoke detecting and early notification devices inside the building. So it took law enforcement actually to go in there and to actually start pulling people out.
Firefighters tell us no one was hurt. They say they are still trying to figure out what caused that fire.
The Johnson County Board of Education is facing criticism following a controversial decision by the superintendent. Tom Salyer issued a statement on Friday banning religion from school and school-related programs. Yesterday, parents and students gathered to protest the ban. Salyer said the decision came after the board received complaints about school plays using the words Christ and Jesus.
And basically it's because of the complaint by individuals that, you know, these are things that shouldn't be happening in a Christmas play and program. They don't want that right infringed upon their child.
Maybe they should take their money supply away because all of our money says in God we trust on it. You think they would change their mind if we took their money supply away?
School officials say students can still pray on their own, but teachers and staff cannot lead them in prayer.
An off-duty Lexington paramedic is being credited with saving a teenager's life. Jason Stowe was on his way home to Oldham County after a shift on Saturday morning when he came across a crash on I-64 in Franklin County. It involved two Franklin County high school students on their way to take the ACT. Realizing one of the girls was severely injured, Stowe used a bungee cord to stop her bleeding until an ambulance got there.
It's just kind of second nature. I mean, we don't even really think about it. We just kind of act. I think it's something that, you know, anybody that, you know, with any kind of medical training could have done. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Stowe says he has talked to the girl's mother. He plans to visit her at UK Hospital later this week. Right place at the right time. And our time this morning is 4:38.
Well, it's now up to America to decide whether or not Kentucky native Jordan Smith deserves to be crowned this season's champion of the reality TV show The Voice. For his final act, Jordan performed Climb Every Mountain from the musical The Sound of Music. And as you're about to see, he once again showed off that impressive vocal range.
Jordan's finale performance once again brought the crowd to its feet, and following the show, his rendition of the musical hit rose to number 3 on the iTunes charts. Now all that's left for Team Jordan is to wait, as the winner will be decided during tonight's results showing beginning at 8 o'clock. See how he does.
We'll see.
All right. WKYT This Morning is just getting started. Hey, we're glad you're with us. Here we are on your Tuesday morning.
Holidays can definitely add to the stress in our lives, but there are ways to minimize all the tension. Moms Every Day has some tips on how to do that when we return.
We have a little rain still to the north of us, but will we see that slowly drop down into our neck of the woods? We'll have that and show you changes coming up next.